So we've gone over how to set up your account in Wiki, and we've created our two pages, one for lesson plan 1, one for lesson plan 2. In class we would go into detail exactly what has to be on these two pages, what is required to make a effective wiki. For the purpose of this video, I want to show you just how to work within Wiki, how to upload files, how to embed. So that's what this lesson will focus on. So right now, just a quick refresher, I'm in the page view, so I can see my pages and files. I have no files up on here yet. I'm going to go ahead and upload a file at this time. Click on the upload. Choose file to upload. So I could just drag the file here. If I had the folder open that it was in, I could drag it and drop it in here. I'm going to go to add file. Just going to make it some simple things. Let's add this. So all I'm adding is an image. And I can go ahead and close this. Now let me go into my lesson plan 1. I'm in my lesson plan 1. I'm going to hit edit. So from here, if I'm writing text, well, let's give our first lesson plan. Let's just title it lesson plan 1. And I want to make it bold. I can change the font size means as a heading. Let's make it a heading. I can underline it. I can put in bullets. I can adjust the color. So I'm going to enter a return. Now, as we go across up here, we can see I can put in a link. I could also put in a file and a widget and a table. We're going to talk about these individually. First, let's go with the link. I click on the link, and it brings up this box. So it could be a page or file. I could be putting in a web address, or I could be putting in an email address. We're going to do a web address. So what do I want this link to be called? I'm going to call it, it could be a website, it could be an educational site, it could be an information site for your student, whatever it might be. And here I put in the URL. I go add link, and now it becomes a link. I have the Google website here. I'm going to hit enter. Now I want to put in a file. Here it can be any type of file. What it's going to be though, it won't be embedded. It's just going to be a file that will be, it'll be a link to that file. So for instance, let's go to upload a file. Well, let me show you this real quick first. Remember the image that I grabbed? There it is right there. This is the image. I could click this and it would be there because I already uploaded it. I could, the process I went through where I uploaded that, I could actually, if I had all my files in one folder, I could actually upload all of them. So I have them all there, and when I go back to, when I go back here, they would all be listed here. But instead, I want to upload files. And let's say I'm going to upload, let's go with there we go. It's a Word document. So here it is. It's uploaded, but it's not a part of my website yet. So I click on it here, and now there it is. It's there. It's a file, and we'll move on. I can hit save. So once I've hit save, you notice I've left the editing window, and now I'm on this lesson plan 1 wiki. So I want to continue editing. So all I got to do is come back up here and click edit, and I'm back in the editing window. place my cursor where I want to start my next edit. And what we're going to do now is we're going to put in a widget. There are all kinds of widgets here. There's different things you can do. We're not going to do very many of these because we just don't go over all of it. Feel free to go through and explore and see what all these are. What we want to do is we want to embed. So I can do an embed of a video either using other HTML, or I can go up here to video and come over and do YouTube, and it would do it for me. I'm going to do it both ways. So first, let's do the YouTube one. Okay, so at this point, it wants me to put in the embed code from the YouTube video. Okay, I just happen to have a YouTube video on this other tab. I'm going to go down here to share, and I'm going to, right now it's just the URL right there, the link, and I want the embed code. So I click down here on embed, and I want to copy everything in this code, in this frame. Control C or Command C on Mac. And now I can go back to my lesson. I click in that box, and I'm going to hit Control V. I'm pasting it in there. And at this point, I can preview what it looks like. And here it shows it. So we've talked about embed. We know what embedding means. It means to actually have a view of the video on the website. So I previewed it, and now I'm just going to hit save. And you'll notice it puts a little marker on here, but it really isn't, you can't see it, and that's because we need to save it, and then we can preview it. So for now, I'm going to leave it as it is. Let's try another video. So we'll go back up here to widget. We're going to try it a different way. Instead of going through the video here, you can actually just put in other HTML, and it's the same exact process. You're just going to paste that HTML code, which is and we can do the preview again. You'll see it. There it is. And save. So let's go ahead and save. You're going to notice that these videos are the same because I use the same HTML code, the same embed code. So let's go back into editing our web page. And we want our video, we want to edit our video. So I click on it here. I double click, and we can see it brings up this window here which has my HTML code here for the video. I can adjust the size of this. If I want it smaller, here's where I do it. I just change these numbers. 560 by 315. I could take it down and make it 500 by 250. You want to make sure you stay the 4:6 ratio, 4:6 ratio, so you don't get distorted. Other than that, you can take it down small, or you can make it bigger if you want. I'm not going to change it. Well, let me change it just so you can see. Let's take this down to 460 by 255. And preview it. Close it. Save. Go up here, hit save. And now you see I made it smaller just by changing the sizes. Okay, now I want to show you how to, let's go back to edit. And I want to embed an Excel sheet down here. Now we can't actually embed Excel, but we can embed Google Sheets. So I'm going to show you how we can do that. First, I'm going to go, I have my drive here. I'm going to open my drive. I have a file here, an Excel, a Google Sheet. And what I want to do is, wait, I already had it open. There it is. So I want to embed this spreadsheet into my website. So what I do is I go to File, I go down to Publish to the Web. I want to embed code, and then I hit Publish. So I went to File, went to Publish to the Web, and now I hit Embed, and then I hit Publish. Yes, I'm just going to do this section. Okay, and now here's my embed code. I'm going to copy that, and I can navigate back to my wiki. I can go to my widgets. Same thing, go down to other HTML, and I put that embed code right there again and hit save. I didn't preview it. Probably could have done that, but let's go ahead and just save this, and you notice I only got a small part of my spreadsheet, so I need to make this bigger. So here's what we do. We go back into edit. I come down here to it. I double click it. Now, before I do that, let me show you the video real quick. I go into the video embed code, and I'm going to grab just this part of it where it says width 560, just that very part. That comes right after frame and before SRC. All right, this is a little bit of HTML, but this is, I'm going to copy that. And then I'm just going to cancel out. I needed that because when I go into my sheets, it doesn't have it. Remember that code was right here between frame and SRC? And I go paste it there. Now I can adjust this and make it as big as I need to for it to work. And I don't have to worry so much about the code, the ratio, the 4:6 ratio like I did before. So just try a number, and with practice you'll get better at this. And let's do a preview, and you can see I'm not going to get it all. They're going to have to scroll down, but I want it to be wider still. So I'll close my preview, and let's go back in here, and let's change the width. Let's just try 900 by 600, and let's preview that. Okay, I got it. That's fine. I'm not getting the whole width of it down here, but I can see the whole thing. I can play with it if I want to get more. So let's go with that. Save. Let's go to save. And now you see how my website is developing. I have the title. I have the Google website. I have which is a link. I have here my file, which they can download and look at. I have my embedded video, and I have my embedded Google Sheet. Okay, so at this point what I want to do is I want to just reiterate a couple of things. You want to make sure you introduce each thing that you have on here. Let's go back to edit real quick. I'm not just going to have all these different items placed on this website. Each one has to have some verbiage. It has to be some writing here telling them what to do. So for instance, click on the Google link and go to Google and search for comedy, or whatever it might be. Whatever your instructions might be for that. Same thing with this file. So I've got instructions for that, brief, short, and this might be a little small, so let me highlight it here real quick. And let's change it to this heading. And remember, I got to use the same thing in order to follow the principles of design. I'm going to use the same heading on all my lower headings. So I have a file here. Students will review the ED 315 file below and check for errors. So just simple, quick things. You know, you're going to be a little more involved in exactly what you want them to do with that file or with that item. The key point is that everything that you put on here, you need to write out what it's there for, what you expect the students to do with it. I know you have it in your lesson plan, but it's got to be on here also, because your student's going to come here to this and look at this. They need to know what they're supposed to do with each part. Watch the video. Let me just do one more here. Watch this video and then write a brief statement of your understanding of its concepts. And again, you notice I have to go through. Let's change it because I forgot to do it before I started. So I'm giving all these instructions. There's not just stuff thrown on this site. So let's go ahead and save. So we got some space between them. We got some instructions on what they're supposed to do with them. It's much cleaner and much better. So this pretty much completes. Let's go back to our pages. So now you'll see my lesson plan 1 is right here, and you'll notice that it is the only one I was working on. And the files that I brought in, not the embeds, but the actual files that I brought in, the image and the document, Word document, are in here also. Any files that you import will be here. Nothing, no embeds or links will show up in this pages and files. So now I could go into my lesson plan 2 and start working on it. At this point, you should have all the knowledge you need, understanding of what you need to do to create your wiki. Your wiki will have lesson plan 1, lesson plan 2. It will have embeds, it will have files, it will have all the things that we've done here today. And we would discuss this more in class, obviously, and I will show you in even more detail as we do it together. So have fun, explore. There's much more to this than what we're able to do here today. So look into it and see what all you can do.